Hi, good morning. I don't do any intros, so I hope that we can just kind of get started. So you feel like you're doing everything right, but you are not seeing the progress that you want to see. You're not seeing any progress, to be honest. I know, like, that's insane. It's awful. What the f is going on? Like, why is it just not working for me? I honestly find it to be really rude that your body isn't cooperating with you, okay? And I do stand with you, queen or king. Now, I promise you, little hot dogs, after watching this video, you're gonna know exactly why, okay? I'm doing you guys a really good favor. You're welcome, okay? And tell your dad I said I love him. Welcome back to my channel, Stink. So if you're new here, hi. My name is Taliyah. If you're coming back here, hi. My name is still Taliyah, but I do have a bit of an aversion to you, so I just wanted to let you know that. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, you should just go ahead and start doing that, because on this page, not only are you going to be educated, okay, but you're going to be entertained, and then I'm going to follow you. I call being effed. If anything about that sounds really appealing, I highly encourage you to just click her, okay? It helps me out, it does, okay? I'm being honest, it does help me. Also, if you guys like my content, you want to see more of it, why haven't you followed me on Instagram or TikTok? It'll be somewhere here. It's the same as my channel page. Now, before we get fully into the topic, I genuinely thought that it'd be cool to kind of do the video like this. I did this once before when I was talking about body recomposition back in December. However, I have ADHD, and I do think just sitting and talking to videos can be really boring. And so you're gonna spend the day with me. It's gonna be a little bit of ADHD, and I'm gonna tell you why your body's not cooperating with you. So you'll have plenty of fun breaks in between the knowledge. You're welcome. Now, I think before we really get into things, we should just lay this first one out on the line, okay? Because this one's a lot of you, okay? This one is a lot of you. If I was to guess, if I was a betting woman, it's probably this one. One of the main reasons why you're not seeing progress or results is because you're probably overestimating your effort or underestimating your intake. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Okay, a lot of you think you're working hard in the gym, and you're probably not, okay? Getting a good sweat in, like when there's no intention behind that, is not enough. And I am super guilty of this. I used to go to the gym. I was like, hit this, hit that, Pilates this. And let's say you were trying to build a fat ass, like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're doing something and it's making you sweat does not mean that you're being intentional. That does not mean that you're working hard enough, right? Work smarter, not harder. And a lot of us, and I was super guilty, are doing that. Same thing with like food, right? Like, I talk to women all the time and they're just like, oh yeah, like I'm eating that healthy, bruv. I don't know why I put that accent on it, sorry. But they're just like, I'm eating super healthy, like blah, this and that. I'm like, okay, but like, have you ever like tracked, sorry, my armpit started to itch, but I'm like, have you ever, you know, like tracked your food for a day to just really see? Because you can still overeat and be eating healthy. I'm super guilty of that. I'm like, yeah, like steak with greens and potatoes, but then like I'm putting butter and sour cream in there, and then I'm like using steak sauce, and I'm really doing a lot. And though you might look at my plate and be like, yeah, like that's tea. So to close this one out, okay, before we take a cute little break, food tracking error, that underestimating that food intake, right? What does that mean? Even healthy eaters underestimate calorie intake, especially with snacks, sauces, and portion sizes. Workout intensity. Just showing up to the gym isn't enough. The quality, the volume, and progressive overload truly matters. And finally, I think this kind of just attaches onto that, right? But inconsistent habits. You guys can't say something's not working if you haven't done your part, right? And I need you to sit there and be really real with yourself. Having a good week and taking off on the weekends doesn't make sense. And I know I wish that wasn't the case, because I love a good weekend, little weekend moment, okay, a little weekend trip. That doesn't make sense. And like, that means you're being inconsistent. Don't get upset with results when you're not doing your part. Sorry, I meant to hold your hand with that one because that was a little mean, but I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Okay, ASMR. Fun angle. Oh my god, hold on. Moisturization. Extra large. I like it big. Best product ever invented. Can't do this on camera, you make me nervous. Just gotta get rid of this insecurity. I just want to be wet. Final touches. Okay, all done, all done. I know, she's cute, she's amazing. I'm gonna put on a bit of clothes because I'm kind of shy. I know you guys have been seeing me a little naked out there. Oh, Hello. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. Yeah, I've decided that I don't feel like wearing gym clothes. So we're just gonna wear a t-shirt and sweats. Transition. Oh my God, hi. Funny seeing you here again. Samuel, what the dude? All right, everyone say hi to my begging cat. He be trying to act like I don't feed him. Say hi. Also, guys, he's getting a little sibling because I've been traveling a lot and I want to make sure that he has a companion. You know, I don't want him to feel alone. Okay, I'm gonna feed him and then I'll show my sup sack and we'll go from there. Cut me some slack, please. I'm doing it. I swear. Now that he's done with that, I need to make my little pre-workout concoction. It's not a pre-workout concoction, my during, my intra, my I don't know what words I'm trying to use right now concoction. Now, I know you guys like that little break. You're now finally realizing that it's gonna be a really fun video. I know, because I'm evil and I have read your mind. While I'm making my little pre-workout stuff, I think we should go ahead and like dive into like the next reason why your body's just not cooperating with you. This one's a little bit nicer, I swear. Okay, lack of recovery. Some of you aren't sleeping. Some of you are watching this right now at 3 a.m. I feel like we underestimate this one a lot. A lot of you guys just think you can go about life living on, 3 hours of sleep and 4 hours of a doom scroll on TikTok or Instagram. And I'm here to tell you that you can't. You wanna know what's more important than working out and eating healthy? Recovery. Okay, so you're having a lack of recovery, you're having a lack of result. Your body heals and it repairs and it gets amazing and it gets sexy at night. Okay, and I'm not talking about like a strip club or anything. I just mean like when you sleep, your body heals, right? And when you're all those muscle fibers that you've been tearing, they cannot heal if you are not resting. Inadequate sleep reduces your muscles recovery. It up your hormone regulation and it reduces your fat loss potential. Another reason, okay, overtraining. Training too often without rest can not only raise your cortisol, okay, for those of you girlies who don't know what cortisol is, that is your stress hormone. It's gonna hinder your gain and it's gonna cause fatigue or plateau. Sometimes doing too much isn't going to get you more results, okay? Less isn't less and more isn't more. So we gotta kind of get out of that headspace. I know some people are like, oh my God, I'm crazy. Motivate, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Dude, like you're trying to run 40 miles and work out 6 days a week and think that you're gonna be okay? Maybe you're not. I'm all in for being a delusional girly. I am, I love it, but that's silly. Okay, and then another thing, right? Like water retention or inflammation can be another reason why you feel like you're not seeing the results you wanna see, right? When you're starting new training, right? A new type of training, new style of training in general, exercise, that can actually cause temporary bloating and weight gain. What? Oh my God, like who said that? Like who said that? Stress, high sodium, hormonal cycles, and that's for my girly pops, okay? Progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, okay? All of that can play into that. So another thing that I want you to note, right, is that if you're not seeing the results or the progress that you want to see, what time of the month is it? Okay, are you in that awful luteal phase? Hence why I'm wearing sweats. Okay, are you in your feel good phase, your follicular phase? Like which phase are you in? Okay, because oftentimes these feelings of despair and no progress is like associated with changes in your hormones, and that bloating and that water retention can mask real progress. Okay, it might still be there, you just might not be able to see it. Hi, did you guys like that transition? Okay, pre-workout snack today, banana, and of course guys, an oxy shred. So to be honest, I've been negotiating my rate with EHP or with oxy shred. That's what I'd be doing. Who's ready to get fit? That's nice. Okay, so we touched on this in the last section, but one of the reasons why you might not be seeing any progress is because you're not progressive overloading. And this is kind of a twofer, and I'm gonna explain it, so I need you to really, really reel into what I'm saying, clock into what I'm saying. Your body is going to adapt if it is the same stimulus. Your body is going to adapt if you're doing the same thing. If weight, if reps, if intensity, if none of that changes, you're not changing. I thought that was obvious. That was mean. I'm sorry. This is a learning space. Don't feel bad. Another thing is doing the wrong type of training, okay? If you're trying to be a marathon runner, let me give you an example, okay? If you're doing a lot of cardio and the goal is to grow muscle, we have a problem. Another example, okay? It's like when you're aiming for fat loss or muscle retention, but you're lifting too light, okay? If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Like you guys have to be for real. You can't want a big perky and then also be in a deficit. Like that doesn't work. And like you guys are like, obviously like on this page I've talked a lot about like how much cardio has helped my journey, but I also have years and years and years of muscle growth. So yeah, when I cut down on fat, I still look toned and I still lean and my butt does slightly disappear, but I'm not going into a deficit with the expectation of my being fat as because like that's just not gonna happen. Like they conflict. It doesn't happen. You know, I just want to be as honest with you as possible. You cannot want a fat and be in an extreme deficit, and I see this all the time. And I don't hear any fitness influencers out there educating or preaching otherwise because they already got a fat badonkadonk good genetics, and they don't let you know that you can't do that. I'm not saying you gotta pick one or the other, but you can body recomp. That's something that I've talked about several times on this page, but you're like, oh, like I'm not seeing any glute growth. You're eating 1,400 calories. Say, oh, like I'm not seeing any muscle growth. You're in a deficit. There's no extra energy to be put towards training. No Like, I'm hoping that this is that wake-up call that you need. Okay, I'm thinking we do, like, I don't know, like, maybe a montage? Yeah, I f with montages. What? I'm over here now, and yes, I'm putting on my seatbelt. This is just the most safest way for me to drive. What do you guys want to listen to? I have, like, this playlist. It's called Trauma Dump, but, like, I want to lie and say I only listen to it when I'm going through stuff, but I actually just listen to it every day. Volume up. My car does that. Yeah. Tell me that's like 90s, like it's giving like 90s 2000 angsty movie. This song is so good, and that young man is so talented. I had a dream, better. I don't wanna get undressed for a new person all over again. This one's called Shenandoah. It sounds so ethereal. Ah! This is like scraping my brain with love. I know, I'm losing you guys. I know. You guys are like, I don't like this soundtrack. Well, I don't want to tell you, this is me. But I won't go. I have someone who knows me. I don't know the words. Long before what was that, harmonica? I think now would be a good time to do a little, another intermission break. Let's work out. Okay, so workout's done. I thought that we could probably hit on the second or the next point. Not second. I haven't really been keeping track, as you've probably noticed. Something I do want to highlight, right? Like, one of the other reasons why you might not be seeing progress, which is fair, okay, and this is the one that's kind of out of your control, but it's going to be as soon as I tell you, is that you could just be having health issues. Gut health and medical factors are real, okay? That's a real thing. You know, there's conditions like hyperthyroidism, that's a long word, sorry, PCOS, insulin resistance, or maybe like gut imbalances can rightfully interfere with your results. Even if you're having perfect habits, okay, let's say you're getting to the gym and you're getting your steps and you're eating right, like that does not matter if there's something that, if we're solving for the wrong equation, okay, none of that matters. If you feel like this is a category that you fall into, then I highly recommend that you just go to the doctor, get some blood work done, check out your hormones, talk to your gyno. That way, at least you know that you're not the problem in this scenario, and it could be that. Okay, we're gonna go home. We're gonna make a little brekkie. I'm not sure if we're gonna do other things romantically, but we'll see. Transition. Hi. So we're home. Breakfast fun montage? Yeah. Okay, breakfast, bon appetit. Yes, my eggs were a little crispy. That's because I don't like a wet egg. Something about that just turns me off. Okay, and then the final reason why you're probably not seeing the progress you want to see is because you have unrealistic expectations. Okay, and that's fair because so did I. Super guilty. Like I said in the beginning of it, arrest me. Visible body transformation takes time. Sorry, my cat's right here. Okay, it takes a lot of time. It could be weeks, it could be months. So just because you've been on it for 1 week does not mean you're gonna see significant change. Muscle gain and fat loss often happen really slowly, okay? I would know. You would think that I'd be more jacked with how many years I've been in the game. This is gonna take time, okay? It always does. And you have to be okay with that. And don't quit or be frustrated or try to figure out and change a whole bunch because you're not seeing the results that you want to see at the rate that you want to see them, because your timeline is fake. Your timeline is not real. You don't get to choose that. I promise when you let that go, navigating this journey becomes a hell of a lot easier, okay? That is it for this week's episode. I really hope that you guys liked that. If you didn't, your mom can suck my meat. My cat meat. Just joking. We don't joke about bestiality over here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. You made it to this point in the video and you haven't liked and subscribed. I do find that to be a bit weird, but it's alright. And tell your pops that I like tummy scrubs. Bye.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.